night of interest now, where for you Churchillian fans of Winston Churchill. Yeah.
Look at it. Blooming skull of a...
So we're going to explore the site where Winston Churchill was captured by the Boers. The old train line there is still evident. The train was derailed during the latter part of 1899. The train was coming from Escourt in Colenso on the 15th of November 1899. Churchill, who had been stationed as a journalist, the railway trucks were reinforced with steel plate. On return from Cheverly, the train was ambushed by a Boer force, which placed rocks on the line. If that's the case...
January the 24th.
Well, that's 2 months before Spencop.
Well, approximately, yeah.
You can see them there.
Yeah, yes.
I've got photos of these armoured trains.
Yes.
Alright, so there's young Winston.
You've got better.
Old Winnie. He loved an adventure. He would have been right in his element. Fairly isolated spot. Someone
there was a Boer presence in the area, and they were warned about it. Apparently the Boers had a little pom-pom thing, and they fired on the train as well.
Right.
Way coming back. Do you think that woman...
Hard to say. Deep ruts here where the mud's been. Pat said that the monument to Churchill was really beautiful for a long time with Victorian fencing around it, but it got vandalised. There's the new railway tracks. Probably once again the train line we took from Durban. Liz is going to show us the exact spot where Winnie threw up his hands. Sarende Corky threw up his hands. Said, "You got me." Now, look. Oh wow, there's a little grave here. Is this the train line from Durban to Pretoria? So I still can. Tiny little grave.
What is interesting is the little bullets that are yours.
Oh yeah. So these men were on the train with Churchill?
Sorry?
These men were on the train with Churchill, were they?
Yes, and they were there was a little bit of action going on here. Someone's put money down there, look.
Yeah.
And,
Bullets.
you know, he got back on the train and steamed off, but comrades who fell November the 15th.
Yeah.
Here lies the remains of those who were killed in the armoured train incident here. Oh, they've put all the money down here.
Yeah.
Shame.
Erected by
Yeah, I think this is quite something special, yeah.
By the border wreck in memory of. Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
And this train looks so tiny.
Yeah.
Short.
Yeah. Like a child. So on this bend of railway, Winston Churchill was captured in November 1899, and we're standing there now. On our way to the grave of Lord Roberts' only son, Freddie, VC winner. It's very remote, there's no sign postage, of course. I'm going to cross a railway line. So yeah, Liz is in shock with the damage that's been done. You can see all the fence wires all stolen. All the thatching on that hut is gone. But this is who we're here to see, the grave of Freddie Roberts. Now, we heard about him when we were in Kidder Lodge. If you want to look at that episode, we went to the Roberts Hall, Lord Roberts. But Frederick Hugh Shurston Roberts VC, he was a VC winner for trying to save the guns. Well, he did save the guns. Lieutenant King's Royal Rifles, the only surviving son of Field Marshal Lord Roberts and Nora, his wife, who fell mortally wounded in an attempt to save the British guns at the Battle of Colenso on the 15th of December 1899, and died 2 days later afterwards. He was aged 27 years. So this is I've come a long way to see this one. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see the spot where the guns fell. On the side of the railway, overgrown and forgotten, is where the guns were lost at the Battle of Colenso. There's all these little white markers here. They look like they might have had names of probably the artillerymen that lost their lives trying to save the guns. But looks like the nameplates have been taken.
Another one.
Hoping for my luck. Names have all gone, have they?
Marks are missing on here, but this is where Freddie Roberts fell here. But we look. This is the medical store.
That's a Speenkop headstone, is it? 24th of January?
Yep. South African light horse.
These look fairly new.
Received on the previous day, so he would have been he was the day before the battle.
The Lancasters, who died, wounds it. You can't see, it's damaged.
This main one.
There's a big one, but there's lots of. We're right next to the railway, as you can see. All the fencing's gone.
Islanders crossrail stands. That's made of granite from Aberdeen.
Ah. Chevalier. Quite a lot of them. Hussars, the Devs, Somersets, the West Yorkshires, Leicestershires, Scottish Rifles, Inniskillings. The bodies of British soldiers who lost their lives in and during the Anglo-Boer War rest here. Lieutenant Davison, Royal Lancashire, Roberts, there he is, King's Royal Rifles. This is nothing. I thought it was real remote. I didn't expect Freddie to be laid right next to the railway line in such a built-up area.
Yeah. Well, he was badly wounded at Colenso, but he died. They brought him to this. This was where Frederick Treves had the military hospital here.
Is that why?
Yeah, and so he came here, then he died. Yeah, so this was the military hospital here, under Treves, and all the injured and so forth from Colenso were brought here. So automatically you had the cemetery here.
Nice big gum tree.
Yeah, obviously planted at the time, I would say.
Yeah.
I think they had one on each corner, actually.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, look here. A catapult.
Yeah. Wow. There's some more of them. Thornycroft.
After the relief, really.
Yeah.
The obviously of enteric fever, perhaps, or doesn't say if they died of disease. Yeah.
Poor old Freddie. Gordon Highlanders, yeah, is what Liz said. This stone was bought from Aberdeen or somewhere like that. There's that Sphinx. This is
after the relief of Ladysmith, a lot of them, so succumbed
right.
to illness.
Here's part of the someone's stone, is it? Goats. March 1900, private hunter. All the fairly new ones. Trooper Mapleston, Imperial Light Horse, April the 16th, 1900. Trooper Mapleston. That one's completely gone. Imperial Light Horse, private Catsie. Here's a beautiful one. Ones like this, pit over there in Svartukens, he was taking them and putting them in his museum to save them. Pickwick, Scots Fusiliers.
Oh, there's another old tree. So they would have had all the gum trees around. That's very old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thompson.
Dysentery, you see. Enteric fever.
Yeah. That's a beautiful one.
Oh, killed February the 15th. So I wonder February the 15th. It was on the relief of Ladysmith.
And that looks like it was a replacement for the original, which was on bricks.
Yeah.
Private Lavender, Thornycroft.
Thornycroft Mounted Infantry. Oh, that was
December.
on the Battle of Colenso.
Right.
That was the same.
Same with this
Why
fella.
is it for King and Country?
Well,
Was it
that-
Queen then?
Well, that's when they put that there.
Oh,
I
see.
asked Pat about it. It's when they put
Yeah.
the monument there.
Mm.
Yeah. Same with Sergeant Walker. Must have been
So
Also- same date.
that was the same
Mile.
regiment
Sergeant
your-
Mile.
this Australian was with, wasn't
That's
he?
right,
With
yeah.
Thornycroft Mounted Infantry. That was
Yeah.
Colenso.
That's right.
So they also
I asked Liz about Willie Aitken from Heathcote. It's one of the first Victorian Boer War monuments that got me interested. There's a Lieutenant Starkey, Ringo's ancestor. A Walsh, Sergeant Lance Corporal, and a couple of privates from the Leicestershires. Okay. Well, I've been warned multiple times of the destruction and the vandalism at these grave sites, but it wasn't to the extreme as I expected, although they have stolen all the fencing and they stole all the thatching off this hut, but it could be worse. Anyway, here's Freddie's final resting place.